Zur mein Arbeit um 9 Uhr.
Okay.
Dann ich prüfen mein Mails. Ich habe Mittagessen um 1 Uhr. That's all, ma'am.
Ich esse. Ich habe Mittagessen, or what have you written?
Actually, I mean that I have my lunch.
So I have my lunch is a very typical English sentence. When you translate it to German, it would be like Ich esse 2 Uhr zur Mittag or zur Abend, zur Nacht, zur morgens. You can do that. Yeah. So in the morning, in the afternoon, that is all. That is also one way. Ich esse mein Mittagsessen 2 Uhr also is another way of writing it. But I'm very glad how it has come together completely, and I could see that the sentences were mostly in place, and it's like clear what you do at what time. So very good. Just
Thank you.
finish off the other rest of the part also, Ajil. Okay.
Okay.
Don't leave it right there, because like we don't have time. I said like you read how much ever you can, how much ever you
Okay.
have written, but don't leave it incomplete. Please finish it. Okay.
Fine,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
Vishnu.
Hmm?
Yes, Vishnu, read yours.
Wait, ma'am. It's. Do you hear me,
Yeah, I can hear you.
ma'am? So many mistakes. Please forgive me.
I'm going to come with a stick. Okay, if you make one mistake, two nice stick beatings.
Can I?
Yes, please start.
Ich stehe 9 auf. Ich putz mir die Zähne.
Mhm.
Ich dusche täglich.
Ich dusche täglich. Sehr
Täglich.
gut. Mhm. Okay.
Ich frühstücke 12.
Okay.
Ich chatter mit Bruder.
Mhm.
Dann mittags 1 ist ich zu Mittag.
Esse zur Mittag.
Abends ich verheiratet mit Bruder.
Okay.
Dann ich ist 9 zu Abend.
Okay.
Ich gehe 12 1 Bett.
Good. Very good. See, pronunciations, all of that will come. But the thing is, like, if you're going to read it out confidently, that really matters for A1 level. That
Thanks,
is
ma'am.
that you already have. So you don't have to worry about if it is wrong, if it is right. You read what you have written, and my job is to just correct. Like, and the correction can always happen when you learn the grammar on the side by side. You can see that you will, even if that is what we do after like 2 3 topics. I always tell the students to like look at this work, like you did this work on the conversation class, can you just go back and see whatever you have written. They come up with saying, oh, we have written the verb in a different place, no, was not right, all of this. So it really brings that thing in us which is more important of self correction rather than somebody else correcting it for us. Yeah, that is an easy job for me, right? Like if I'm going to correct it, I can correct it and give it to you in a minute. But that is not what I really want. What I really I'm looking forward is to really, are you able to correct your own mistakes after like 10 classes? Yeah. Then even if you're making that 2 lines, like if you see 2 lines which you say, ma'am, this is like grammatically wrong sentences, then nothing like that. That is a success you would see. So that is more important. And keep writing. Sometimes the three topics that I gave you right now in front of you on the board is like, sich vorstellen. Keep on writing it at least like once in a week or twice in a week, just to see what are the other words that I can bring, the synonyms of words. You can look into the dictionary, replace the words. So if you see that, you have to really, it's almost like your resume, right? When you are in your grade 10, do you have the same resume as in your grade 10? No. When you come to grade 12, you really updated. When you come to your college, you updated. When you come, like when you're working, you updated. When you have 3 years of experience, you updated. And you know that every resume does not look the same, because the knowledge you acquire is very important. So keep on updating your sich vorstellen, as well as this Personalinformationen und tägliche Routine. Yeah, every week, just at least, 2 words. If you're going to add extra, one sentence, if you're going to add extra to this, nothing like that. That is a learning that you're going to do. Yeah. Thank you,
ठीक है मैडम,
Vishnu. Thank you,
ठीक है
Vishnu.
मैडम.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Shri Jesh, would you like to read yours?
Yes.
Mhm.
Is Stephen hurt or off?
Okay.
Ist dringend its what was a
Mhm.
und ein less ein WhatsApp.
Mhm.
Ma'am, NACHC, how can I pronounce that?
Nach. NACHT.
NACHCHIRICHT.
Nachrichten. Messages, isn't it, Shri
A
Jesh?
message reading. Message reading.
Ja, Nachrichten lesen. Ich lese meine Nachrichten, oder ich lese meine Handy-Nachrichten. Means like I read my mobile messages. Lese meine, ja, Handy-Nachrichten. Ja. Mhm. Continue.
Und, und nachdem dann ein Bett
Mhm.
ist es mein Haus
Come again, last sentence.
sollen
I'm not able to hear you clearly. The last sentence, a little louder and clearly.
ist less Haus sleep.
Mhm.
Niemand ist gab ein Koffen
Mhm.
und
Einkaufen.
Kauf
Mhm.
Leben stehen
Okay.
und es nahm das Mittagessen.
What is that? Spell.
Mittag,
Mittagessen. Mhm.
Mittagessen.
Yeah.
Nachdem der Unter Unterricht nach dem Baden
Bekommen.
bekommen hat und ist French und Fashion ist es so eben
Mhm.
us und was bis
What is that? What is that, Shrijesh? The last word?
SCHAUE.
Shower.
So
Shower is to see. Yeah. Mhm.
see see this
Mhm.
see what
Mhm.
is parent is und zwar
It's not clear,
SL
Shrijesh. Last sentence is not clear. It's breaking for me, Shrijesh.
SCHLAP LAP Sha
SCHLAFT.
LAP
Schlafe. Oh yeah,
bed
Schlafe.
bed
Mhm. Ich schlafe.
slap slap left over
Good. They're good. The
Love it.
only thing is, Shrijesh, when you read, one thing that you will remember the next time is many sentences were grammatically right. You had many verbs like shower, nachrichten, many nice words. The only thing is, like, if you start a sentence, you have to continuously speak until the point, the full stop. Okay, just make it a practice. Once you write it, the best way to really practice this is to practice in front of a mirror. You have to have your like text in front of you, or maybe like put it on a table very next to your mirror and then read it and see. When you have stop by stop by stop, it will not be very, of course I'm teaching a lot of A1, so we know like what are the words that you will use, all of that. But the examiner will not be very happy when you are stopping after each word. They would expect you to start a sentence, and when you stop, you have to breathe out only after a full stop. Will you just take this into your mind and work on it the next time? I would like to hear you speak a full sentence and then stop. Is that clear, Shrijesh, for you?
Okay. Okay.
Good, Shrijesh.
Okay,
Very good
Manish.
effort. Yeah, very good effort. And I'm very glad it
Thank you.
was, yeah, many new words came into the context. Thank you so much for bringing it. Yes, Ajmal, your turn.
Thank you.
Ich war sechsunddreißig Uhr, dann ich trinke Wasser, dann ich dusche am 7 Uhr,
Yeah, Zebenova.
dann ich mache Betten, dann ich mache
Gartenarbeit.
Gartenarbeit,
Mhm.
dann ich lese die Zeitung,
Okay.
dann ich mache Lehre und 9 Uhr,
Mhm.
12 Uhr.
Okay. Okay.
Dann ich esse zur Mittag,
Mhm.
dann ich gehe zur drei, 30 Uhr. Not
Okay.
30, 3 Uhr.
Dry Uhr. Mhm.
3 Uhr. Dann ich lehre und 3 Uhr zur 4 Uhr.
Dry Uhr bis 4 Uhr. Till.
Ja,
Mhm.
till.
Mhm.
Dann ich trinke Tee.
Tee.
Hm. Dann ich mache Handy-Nachrichten.
Ich lese Handy Nachrichten, or ich
Lese.
schreibe Handy Nachrichten. Schreibe is to write a message. Lese is to read a message. Yeah? Yeah.
Dann till 7 Uhr Abend.
Good.
Yeah, that online Facebook, Instagram, and all. Yes.
Yeah, the social media, isn't it? Okay.
Ich, äh, mm, ich esse zur Abend äh, 38 Uhr.
38 Uhr, gut. Und dann wann schlafst du?
Ah,
Wann schläfst du?
äh, 39 around.
You sleep at 9:30?
Yeah.
Too much this is. I'm very envious. I'm very jealous of you. Yeah. My 9:30 and all was before my kids. After kids, it's become 12, 11:30, 10:30, 12:30. Yeah, it changes. Life completely changes. That's
After when
yeah.
there's a next night prayer.
Okay. So
After that,
when
we
you
will get
say
dinner.
When you say one thing is like about ich mache beten is
Yeah.
something like ich I do prayer in English, right? But
Yeah.
of Deutsch you can say ich bete. Bete is like I pray.
Okay.
So and so time. That is what it is. Finally, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you can bring that, but it was very clear. The sentences were clear, of good structure. The verbs and the objects were completely in place. Very good. So the next conversation Wednesday class, we will look into what can you do, what are the things that you don't like to do, what you cannot do. For instance, there are like some things that you like to do. There are some things that you have to do, which like yeah, and there are some things that you wouldn't like to do. For instance, for me, ich kann nicht Kleidung, um, Kleidung, for instance, I would say um, probieren, for instance. Like I would say like I cannot fold clothes. I can fold clothes. I don't like to fold clothes. Yeah. There could be some things like ich kann nicht waschen, if I'm going to say I cannot wash. So that is also something that would be there. So next class would be mostly about the things that you like to do, the things that you don't like to do. So that would be a conversation class. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so see you, Ajil. Bye.
Auf
Servus,
Wiedersehen.
ma'am.
Auf
Servus, ma'am.
Wiedersehen. Servus.
So,
Tschüss.
Tschüss.
so
Tschüss. Yeah. So, whenever you want to do a physical description of a person, which is very important, so it is actually given right here. You will need to describe people in the photo task of the speaking exam. So, make sure you have lots of this handy vocabulary at your fingertips. You don't have a picture task in A1, A2, B1, but sometimes it is also good because, like, you will be writing about a person or talking about a person, so it is important to know the vocabulary for this. For instance, the physical description, if we say, the first thing that strikes a German from an Indian is the skin, the color of the skin. Not to really like offend or something. The color of the skin is very different. The color of the eye is different. Color of the hair is different. And you have a different types of hair. Like, you have like straight hairs, curly hairs. Even in India, we have a lot of differences between the north, the south, the east, and the west. So it is good. But of course, mostly the color of our like the hair is usually black and dark brown. We don't have blonde or white hair people, not much. Yeah, but brown, yeah, I have seen some, yeah, brown haired people. So the first thing that has to come into your mind is the question. Yeah. Wie sieht er aus? Or wie sieht sie aus? Sieht comes from the verb. Can anyone guess what is the verb that it comes from? Anyone? No idea. Seriously? This one?
Zeaton,
9. Almost. Come again. Once again, please. Emmy, spell it, please.
Sichen.
Almost you're close. There is only one letter in your word which is
Sehen.
extra.
SC.
Zayn. That's right, Sai. Zayn. Zayn is to see, or sometimes it is to look. Yeah. So, how do the people look? How do they look? That is what. Or how does he look? How does she look? That is what is like, wie sieht er aus? Or wie sieht sie aus? Yeah. So this is important for you to know from the beginning. We see it aus. If you look at a person who is very happy in the picture, the first thing you would just tell the examiner, or maybe like write about them when you start writing. Er sieht glücklich aus. Glücklich is very happy when they have a big smile. Then you can say glücklich, which means happy, and traurig is ein Gegenteil von glücklich. Er sieht sehr traurig aus. Is like very sad. Yeah. So this is what is the first thing what you would say. And then coming into the physical description, first the Haare. Sie hat blonde Haare, braune Haare, graue Haare, schwarze Haare. And all these are very, very related to Germans. So you need to know because that is where you're going to speak the language. So it is no point in talking about Indians anymore when you come to the physical description, right? So when you talk about names of people, all of this, you have to try to use the German names more often for the familiarity of people. When you are talking about yourself, you talk about yourself. But when you are talking generally, it is good to really stand in the Germans' perspective to see how they look at things, how they think about any topics, for instance, any thema. How is it in Germany? How is it in India? You need to bring that difference and stick on to what they do a little more. That is how you start learning the language. So there are like four types of hairs that you see right there: blonder, browner, grauer, schwarzer. Yeah, blonde, brown, gray, and black. That is what it is. And then you have to say, sie hat eine dunkle Haare. For instance, the black for some people when they come from Turkey, if you see, especially the Turkish Leute or Turkish Frauen hat dunkle schwarze Haare. Und die italienische Leute haben blonde, helle Haare. For instance, light blonde hair is like not very thick. That is what it is. And then you see how the hair is. Glatte. Glatte means straight. Lockige Haare. Ich habe eine lockige. Ich habe lockige Haare. I have curly hairs. Yeah. Ich habe kurze Haare, lange Haare, short and long. Yeah. Kurze Haare, you can also say mittellang. Mittellang is like medium, average. It's not very short like the bob or very long like the I would say these prince who really had such a long hair, not like that as well. So kurze, lange, mittellang is like the medium. Just hold on. The aeroplane is just going above my house. It's so noisy. Okay. Then you come to Sie hat blaue Augen. Yeah, you have all the colors. You can see grün, blau, schwarz, brown, grau. Some people have gray eyes. It's so beautiful, and the blue eyes are one of the beautiful colors. I really admire anyone with this blue eyes because the blue is so deep. We don't get to see that, no? It is very different, and you really get attracted to something which you have not seen in your childhood, or maybe I really love people with blue eyes, and especially the Croatians. If you see, I had like two, three friends, like my classmates of mine, one from A1, one from B 2.2, and one from C1. They all came from Croatia, and all of them have such deep bluish greenish eyes. I've never seen that color in anything. Only that eye color is so beautiful. Yeah. Sie hat or er hat blaue Augen. And then you come to whether he wears a glass, er trägt comes from the verb tragen. Trägt eine Brille. Sie trägt große Ohrringe, which means a very, very long earrings. Yeah. Sie trägt eine kleine Ohrringe, you can say. Sie trägt keine Ohrringe. She doesn't wear any earrings. Yeah. Er hat einen Bart and Schnurrbart. You can exactly see what it is. It's a mustache and a beard. Sie hat ein rundes, hübsches Gesicht. Rund is round. Hübsch is pretty. Schön is beautiful. Yeah. Sie hat ein rundes, hübsches Gesicht. Gesicht is face. Oops, sorry. Gesicht is face. You can also say sie hat ein kleines Gesicht. Kleines is like a very small face. People have long, really oval faces, square faces. You can really find out in case if you want to really, describe a person with a square. You can find out all the words in your dictionaries. Yeah. Er hat eine Glatze. Glatze, he is bald. Yeah. So these are some of the descriptions, and you can see, how do you compare. For instance, if I want to say ich habe eine lange Haare als meine Schwester. Yeah, als, als, can you see the sentence? It is the, you can write it down in your note. Ich bin älter als du, which means I am older than you. That's true. I'm older than any one of you here. So ich bin älter als du. Yeah. Then I would say ich habe eine lange Haare als du. Maybe like I have a long hair than you. It's not you exactly. I'm just talking a very general sentence. Du bist jünger als ich. You are younger than me. Yeah. So alt, groß, gut. And all these you might know. Hoch is high. Yeah. And jung you already know, young. And when you come here, dick is fat. Attractive, attractiva is attractive in German, in English as well. Hässlicher is like, we don't really do say that somewhere, but sometimes when you see a picture, it is drawn very badly. So you can say, er hat das Bild hässlicher gemalt, which means like he has done the face very ugly in the picture. I don't want to say like people are ugly, because everyone has a very beautiful one. Like if you see a face, somebody, they might not be like looking good, because looking good depends on how you think, your own perception. They might be very, very soft inside. Like for instance, they are very, very down to earth people, or they might be very beautiful inside. That is what it is. So I really know, I don't usually use this Hazelish. Yeah. Hübsch. Yeah. Schlank is slim. Schön is beautiful. Schöner is beautiful. Yeah. So what is your work is like very simple. I'll tell you what you have to do. Just hold on for a minute. I'll finish, close this annotation and come back. And oops, all this won't go. Just hold on. Oops, where is that? Yeah, it also comes with me. Okay. So after this, we are just going to read one small paragraph, and I'm going to put you in groups. Okay. You can choose either a picture to describe, or you can choose one person from your group to describe them. So that is your choice. I'm leaving it to the group to decide whether you want to show a picture. For instance, if you want to take Trump, then think of Trump and then you can describe about Trump, how he looks, how he is, how what he wears usually. Does he wear glasses? No. How is his hair? How is his skin color? All of that. But before that, I would like to read this small part, Person gesucht. Yeah, this one for all of you. So you also see in some uh, other other places where people have been described. We will come back to that, but before we will read. Okay, is there anyone who would like to read? I'm doing a class from the morning. It would be very good if somebody else could read this for me. Anyone? No one wants to read. At the count of three, let me think of somebody who can read. One and two. Anyone? Hello, people. You should grab the opportunity and read, because you don't get to read always, isn't it? Okay, Sai, read it for me, Sai.
Come
This one.
Okay. Die Polizei sucht dringend einen Kerl.
Okay,
Können
so 1 second. After a sentence, you stop. Okay, I'll tell you what's the meaning. Okay, die Polizei sucht dringend einen Kerl. Kerl is nothing but a person who is masculinum in gender. The police are searching for a man. Okay, yeah, continue, Sai.
können Sie uns helfen,
Mhm.
ein,
In.
eine ihn zu finden?
Can you please help to find him?
Können Sie uns can, Hello?
Yeah, you can continue, Sai.
Der Jungen,
Yeah. Mhm.
der Jugendliche ist im Alter von 17 und 18 Jahren mit langen,
Dunkelbraunen und ziemlich
dunkel,
lockigen Haaren. Okay. So, thank you, Sir. Der Jugendliche ist im Alter von 17 bis 18 Jahren mit langen, dunkelbraunen und ziemlich lockigen Haaren. So they say the youngster is in the age between 17 and 18 with long, dark brown and probably, seamlish is like almost. Lockigen Haaren is curly hair. Yeah. Can Atul please continue reading from Earth Rate?
Yeah, man. Er trägt eine kleine Och Ochring im linken Ohr und hat eine bunte
Mhm.
Tätowierung
Yeah,
am,
genau.
am rechten Arm.
Sehr gut. Earth
Tattoo
Rate.
lang,
Yeah, he wears a tattoo on where does he has his tattoo? Which arm?
Hat right arm.
Right arm. What do we say when it is the left arm?
Rechten arm എന്നുള്ളത് ലെഫ്റ്റ് ആവുമ്പോൾ
Where does he has his ear? The O ring or OHR is ear. Okay, ear, nose. O ring. Where does he have it? Here, right here. Lincoln O. Lincoln means
ലിങ്കിന് എന്താ മാഡം
Lincoln means left.
Xavier,
Rechten means right. Yeah.
ഓക്കെ
So he wears a very small earring on his left ear and he has a bunter. Bunter means colorful tattoo on his right arm. Okay. And yes, continue, Atul.
ഓക്കെ er trägt er trägt eine blue jeans und ein
Blauer.
blauer
Mhm,
jeans
mhm,
und ein schwarzer T-Shirt
mhm,
und vielleicht trägt er auch eine grüne
mhm.
Mütze.
Mütze. Sehr gut.
Mütze.
Er trägt eine blaue Jeans und ein schwarzes T-Shirt.
Ma'am, is jeans or ye?
J.
Why?
It's with J. It's with J
Why?
because it's like jogging, jeans are all with J. Yeah. These are all exceptions. They don't say jeans because it's an international word. I think like people will laugh at them if they say jeans. So they just like left it like jeans. Jeans und ein schwarzes T-Shirt. Und vielleicht trägt er eine grüne Mütze. Mütze means cap. So they say he wears a blue jeans, a black t-shirt, and maybe he wears a green cap. And the last line I will read. Er ist sehr gefährlich. Gefährlich is an adjective which means dangerous. Zaya is he is very dangerous. Bitte rufen Sie sofort bei der Polizei an, falls Sie ihn sehen. So he is very dangerous. Rufen Sie sofort. Sofort is also an adverb of time. Immediately. Call us immediately. The police or the call the police immediately. False. False is like in case if you see him. Yeah. You can see that how these physical descriptions are used here. And have you seen somewhere as well the physical descriptions in papers? I have seen.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
I
so
also
funny.
seen
Where? Where, Atul?
in papers, also in posters in the wall,
Ye-
in the stand.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
About the criminal, yes, I understand. In papers, in our daily papers, somewhere I have seen such physical descriptions.
Marriage,
That's
something.
right, Joey. You got it right. Once I have seen such a funny advertisement. I was like, I usually like, box it and have a good laugh because the Sunday matrimonial is like such a nice thing. If you're very sad someday, collect all this matrimonial. Maybe your parents might think, oh, this girl or this boy is already like ready to get married. Don't worry about that, but just read it. It's so funny that once it was like, almost very similar. Okay. My this the, no no no. A bridegroom seeks a bride. Okay, the boy is seeking a girl. My son, I think it's the father or the mother, I don't know. My son is tall. Okay, and then there is a comma and says 5'8". Is 5'8" tall? For me that question was like, okay, 5'8" tall. Okay, and white skinned. Okay, white skinned. And we expect the girl to be tall, 5'4", 5'5". Only that height they want. And they also have mentioned that the girl should not work after marriage. And they want a very sophisticated family. They are looking out for a sophisticated family. I was like, which sophisticated family will they get when they say like the girl should not work, the girl should be like this, girl should be like that? I don't know, but it is really funny at times. I'm not like making like I'm not judging them, but yeah, sometimes it's really funny. Yeah, especially the ones with the divorcees, like that. I want to just give them a slap at times if I see them. They would write, he's married once, divorced legally, all of that. And then they would say, seeking a bride who is not married yet, or seeking a bridegroom who is not married yet. It's other ways, boys and girls. Like, I'm not saying like it's only the boy or the girl, but just like that. So that is also where you see that the physical descriptions you see there, or it is exactly like Atul said. Usually, before, like in some years before, they used to put that on the TV, like we are searching for this person, he is missing. If you see him or her or the child is missing, all of this, then please let us know the phone numbers and all of that, right? So this is what is the physical description. So I'm going to send you into groups, and you would take one person. That person can be in your group, or that you can decide among yourselves, and come back with a good description. Yeah. So if you want to just take a screenshot of this, it would be good. If you want to take it and use it some at times, you can use it. So I'm going to yeah. Okay, I'm going to just create two rooms, maybe a room, one room. I think like you can just go, all of you can go into one room. I don't think so. It's like we need two rooms. But just wait 1 second. You can all think of one person or just bring out one good creation. Okay. You have only 10 minutes for this work, not more than that. Okay. Is that clear? Or if you could join the same room, think of you can come out with one physical description of a person.